The top 5 biggest sports moments from 2024. A lot of good highlights in 2024. LeBron scored his 40,000th point, and that's got to get some respect. The Olympics provided some great events from Simone Biles and others. Mahomes won a great Super Bowl. But I ranked all these below the top 5, so let's get started. Number 5, Scottie Scheffler's arrest in Louisville. Scheffler may not be a household name like Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus. He may not even have the most high-profile arrest on his way to a sporting event this year, thanks to Tyreek Hill. But this is the world's best golfer being arrested before his tee time at the PGA Championship. What should have been a routine drive to the course turned into a dramatic confrontation with a local detective. In a moment of confusion, Scheffler allegedly accelerated his vehicle, dragging the officer to the ground. The golfer was swiftly arrested, facing felony charges of assaulting a police officer. It took over a week, but all charges were officially dropped, and two sides agreed not to pursue any additional charges against one another. For the record, Scheffler was able to make his tee time after the morning rest and shot an eagle on the first hole. He finished 8th in the tournament. Number 4, Mike Tyson returned. In a random spectacle that captivated the sports world, 58-year-old Mike Tyson, the former baddest man on the planet, stepped back into the ring to face a 27-year-old YouTuber turned boxer, Jake Paul. Now, I'm not saying this was the greatest boxing match in history. Outside of the first couple rounds, it wasn't even competitive. But we saw something we thought we'd never see again. Mike Tyson stepped into a boxing ring against someone we all hoped he would knock out. Tyson, once known for his ferocious knockouts and controversial behavior, entered the ring a changed man. Gone was the ear-biting, trash-talking terror of the 90s. In his place stood a seasoned warrior ready for one last battle. Probably the craziest thing was that so many people convinced themselves that Tyson had a chance. The YouTube generation had the crazy highlights of Tyson knocking opponents out in a few minutes and thought, well, maybe he can. As the bell rang, Paul's youth and recent experience proved decisive. The social media sensation outboxed the aging legend, dancing around Tyson's diminished power. Despite flashes of his former glory, Tyson couldn't turn back the clock. After 8 rounds of 2-minute action, Jake Paul emerged victorious by unanimous decision. The fight wasn't the explosive showdown that many had hoped for, and most were disappointed in the exhibition. Number 3, Caitlyn Clark gets revenge on Angel Reese. It's admittedly hard to pick a moment between these two, but it's clear they were a big storyline in 2024. Some would argue that Caitlyn is the superstar and Angel is not quite on her level, but I don't think Caitlyn is as popular without Angel. I can't say when the rivalry started, but I know when it hit its climax. The 2023 championship game when Angel's LSU beat Caitlyn's Iowa to win the national championship. Despite Angel having 15 points to Caitlyn's 30, she relentlessly taunted Caitlyn during the game's final moments. That clip solidified the roles of Caitlyn as a sympathetic figure, even a Batman of sorts, and Angel became the villain, the Joker in the story, or Bane, the villain. As fate would have it, the two would meet in 2024 in the Elite 8 of the NCAA tournament. Caitlyn had 41 points in the matchup, and Iowa defeated LSU, ending Angel's college career. It was a year in the making, and interest in women's basketball has been record-breaking ever since. Number 2, Ohtani goes 6 for 6 while becoming the first ever 50-50 member. The Dodgers had a great year, had a few great moments, but Ohtani's regular season game on September 19th gets the nod as the greatest moment. He went into the game with 48 home runs and 49 stolen bases. No one had ever hit 50 home runs and stole 40 bases in a single season, and only a handful had done both 40 times in a season. The first hit of the game was a rocket off the wall for a double. He would steal 2 bases and then hit 2 home runs to get to 50 homers and 51 stolen bases. But that doesn't sound right, does it? 50-51? Ohtani wouldn't stand for it, so he does this.
Oh my gosh! Shohei Ohtani! The greatest day in baseball history!
Ohtani finishes in what some would call the greatest day in baseball history. Someone should do a video on that. Number 1, Curry in the Olympics. If you didn't see this live, you're tempted to yawn loudly and say, so what? The Americans won another gold in basketball. But those of us who saw this live will think of it as one of our favorite sports moments in recent memory. As Team USA tried to put the game away, France refused to lose. They fought and clawed and found themselves down 82-79 with less than 3 minutes left in the game. Steph Curry would then hit a 3, then another 3, then another, and you would think the game would be in hand, but not quite. With less than a minute remaining and France hitting a couple threes of their own, Curry put the game away. The clip is amazing, but the context is what gives it wings. If you ever get a chance to watch the last 3 minutes of the 2024 Olympic gold medal game, do yourself a favor and do it. The fact that everyone in the arena knew that France could not let Curry get up a shot, and he did it anyway, and then made a splash. Incredible. So there's the list. The best 5 sports moments of 2024 according to Salty Sports. What would you add or take away? Let us know in the comments.